guys, what's up? So I know I've been uploading in a long time. I used to do type soul content, but Beeswarm's a new move, man. Alright, this game got consistent players like 70, 80K, even during not Beesmas. And I know there's like 200K players like during Beesmas, so you know what I'm saying. The audience is better, alright? And I know I've literally never seen a trading guide video, so I know y'all need this. So what I'm just gonna get into basically is the tools, certain tools you can use just to help you trade, and also like the Discord servers you should join to basically find trades. And Discord is like key to like actually getting trades. Like honestly, bro, if you don't have Discord, you gotta get Discord. All right, and if you don't, just go into the Hive Hub. That's about all I could say. All right. So first, I'm gonna tell you guys about the tools I use. First, you need to join the server. Why? I'm going to show you first. So obviously they all have these value lists, sticker values, beacon values, all these updates that you can just see, and it's like it's very efficient, and there's like all these trading channels, whatever, right? So the main thing though is this BSM trading client. I know a lot of people don't have this client, and people be getting scammed left and right, bro. And honestly, this might be bad for the economy because I'm giving y'all the sauce, but you know, this trading client is really good. It's basically just gonna help you see it, like it literally says see real-time trade values and stop getting scammed. Like that's literally the purpose of it. So once you download it, I'll show a clip of how to use it in game. So look here. I'm gonna turn on this thing, the trading client I told y'all, right? I'm gonna start it. If I add these things, look, it's gonna show the values. Look at this. Stick Cubs 10.5, the generators, all these things, right? And look at their side too. It'll tell you the real values in real time, right? So it's telling me everything. It's telling me the real values, showing their offer, right? And when for example, right here, since they're placing too many stickers, you would actually need to scroll down, and then it'll show the value. See how it shows the rascal value right here, right? But if I go back up, it disappears, right? So you need to go back down to see, and it'll also list their highest value and their lowest value here, right? And they'll tell you the total as well. They'll tell you that their total value of the trade, right? For me too, look, I'm giving this much, like 43 star signs, and then they'll tell me down here it's like a little less, right? So that's what I want to showcase. You could also add B clips, stickers, whatever you want, right? So that's what the overlay does, right? It shows you real-time values. All right, guys, so now I want to talk about two very important websites that you can use. And the first one's gonna be a value website, which is very like organized. Whoever made it, I don't know who made it, but it's very detailed. And I'm also gonna show you another website, like a trade creator website. All right. As you guys can see here, this is the BSS values and market website. This is the main website you should be using. I'm gonna link everything in the description, all the websites, all the Discord, so you don't have to worry. All right. So first, I'm gonna talk about the sticker values. So it shows you these two values, right? This is you can just everything is categorized by like their thing, but you could also just search up things like if I search up like Black Star, right? It's gonna show me Black Star. I don't have to actually look for it. So whatever you want to find, you could just search it up in this box right here. First, I want to explain something and how to actually tell if a Cub skin, a voucher, or any sticker in general is just basically good or bad to invest in. And how I'm gonna do that is basically here. Look, so look, this brown cub is a really good example. So as you can see here, it shows dates and it shows its value, and whenever its value changes, these dots are these little changes, right, in its value, right? So here at its peak, it was 16.5 signs, and then now it's worth 10.75 signs, right? And a good way to tell if like a sticker is bad is basically by its demand, mainly because if its demand is flatlined for like a while, like see it since like July 30th till now, it's been like flatlining in as two demand, and two demand is already really bad, right? All right, and then another example I want to get into is maybe like stick cub. So you can see it has 4 demand, right? And it's worth 9.5 signs. Now you can see it steady climb up, right? right here at its peak was 10.5 signs, and now it's dropped down to 9.5 signs. And I think the reason for that is mainly just certain items, like for example this, it just like the demand, it's not as like good as it was before. You know, like certain items like on this website, like it's not 100% accurate, obviously. Like I feel like Cub sign, I mean sorry, Stick Cub, in my experience with trading Stick Cub, it was I was getting around 10 sign value. That's probably why I dropped down to 9.5 signs. But its demand is still alright. And then a really good example to show a crazy jump is this Gloomy Cub. So right here you can see this large spike in value right here. So look, it went from 9.5, right, 10.5, and then all the way to 18. And its demand was flatlining here at a demand of 5, right? But I'm sorry, not a demand of 5, sorry, at a demand of 4. But it went up to 5, like right here when it's peak. Right here, it was 5, and then it was worth 18, and then it re-dropped down to 3. And the reason for that drop is actually because of its value, because of its high value, like it's so high, the demand dropped for it. But it's I wouldn't say it's a good cup to invest in, but I would just, that's like an example. And then the final example I want to show you guys is this like B cup skin. I know a lot of people don't really have this. It says 4 out of 5 demand, right? But hold on, let me slow real quick. So look, it says 4 out of 5 demand, right? And it's been has a lot of fluctuation, but for a while now, as you can see there, it's been flatlining, right? Since August, right, all the way till now, till Beesmas, it basically it loses value, and then it went up in value because of how much it really costs. But you can see here, right? It was at 4 demand here, and then it dropped down to 3 demand here, went back up to 4, and you can see how this value line basically obeys that demand. So you see how it's like 4 here, it's going here, right? And then it dropped for a second because it rose in value. It dropped for down to 3 because it rose in value, right? And that's just how some stuff work, you know, like things drop in value because of like the rise in value, so less people want it more, you know, people want it as cheap as possible. That's basically what I'm trying to explain here. All right, and then we have the B equip values. So this is a lot different. So for example, I can click on this one, camphor lip balm, and basically these are all the different stats you can get, right? And let's just click on like bow pond plus gold pond. So it'll tell you, HB means high bonus, by the way. It'll tell you like 17 bubble pond plus 4 gold bubble pond will be worth 52 signs around there, right? And all these B quiz basically differentiate on what stats they actually have and their value. But in general, like you can just look at this and be like, okay, like, you know, I get it. Like you get the gist of it, right? Like it just shows you its stats and then how much it's worth. So that's basically how it works. One max, by the way, means like it only has one wax on it and it's a 5 potential, right? And then it has like 6 honey at hive already with only one wax, right? And so that's why they're worth so much. But yeah, everything basically differentiates and what stats and hive bonuses and all that and their values and you know how everything rare is. And yeah, and then let's move on to the home BSS trades. I'm gonna link this in the description as well. Basically, you can add any of your all these different like signs, like oh I'm trading signs, I'm gonna add that in there, right? And then oh say I want, you go here and say you want like stick cub, right? So you're gonna do, say you're gonna trade signs and stick cub, and you're just gonna screenshot that. You're gonna screenshot that, and then see, you can see here as well, like you know they have vouchers, all the stickers, you know, everything possible in the game, right? And what I want to show you guys is something very, I think is very important. So let's go to my other screen. All right, so as you can see on my screen, this is my like my own server. And basically what I recommend you guys do is create your own server and just have like these, you see how I have this message? right? When you're trading in all those Beeswarm servers, because all the servers I'm gonna link in the description are have a trading channel, right? And a lot of people are in this game, right? And so you're gonna have to stand out with your message. And you can't just send like an image and then no words. Like, how do people are gonna know what you want, really, right? It's just not as appealing, not as eye catching, right? So you want not a similar message, just a message like this, like that's like poppy, that just shows. So what I do, okay, let me explain. So first, have your message set and just put in it like a little. Like make a trading channel. Just make a trading channel, right? And you also want to have an image. This is what I was saying earlier on the BSS trades. You can screenshot what you have. This is what I have, and this is what I'm looking for, right? And so you're basically gonna copy this, copy text, right? You're gonna copy text. Go here. I'm just go to the main Beeswarm server. You're gonna Control V, right? And you're gonna paste these all into. Oh, I already had some. Oops. Okay. Well, you're basically gonna paste your message in all these trading channels, right? And then you're gonna go back here, back to the server, and then you're gonna copy your image and then paste it into like all of these channels, right? Look, I'm pasting it all into these channels. And what you want to do for only the Beeswarm Discord, right? This is very important. I know a lot of people don't know this. You want to send your message once, and then you see how it says 3 minute cooldown? That's a cap. That's cap. And like when you send it here, see how it says no cooldowns but slow mode enabled? Like you don't want to send your message right now because there's on the official Beeswarm Discord, there's like a spam or like it detects a bot detector or whatever, right? If you do your message too fast, it'll mute you for like 5 minutes in the server. So you just want to wait like I'd say like a minute and then you want to send this message out. So look, I'm gonna send this message out right now. And look, I see how it says I don't have permission to send this message, send messages in this channel. Look, I got a warning. Look, I've had experience with this. Beeswarm auto moderator. You are on cooldown trade. See, now I'm on cooldown. They just banned me for basically saying stuff too fast in the channel, right? So that's why you don't want to do that. But these other servers that I have that I'm gonna link in the description, you can just spam it every time you can get it, and it'll just basically let you just send whatever. So yeah, I recommend having your own server, having your own trading message, and having your Beeswarm image of screenshots or whatever you want, right? This is what I had previously, like not a while back, and now this is what I have. Like we upgraded, you know what I'm saying, right? And then lastly, what I want to get into is Beeswarm tier list. I know most of y'all might just skip to this, but look, I'm just gonna rank the most important thing. I'm not gonna rank like these leaves. It really doesn't matter, right? If you have those, just make it work. So let's start off with the B bear voucher. This is a really good item. I'd say this is like S tier, just because of the demand on this item, and it's easy to trade away. All right, B cub, I want to put at A tier because a lot of people don't have it. Brown cub, I'll put at D tier. No one wants this cub. This I'll put at C tier. It's all right. The demand's bad. Doodle cub put at B tier. It's all right too. I'll put this at B tier as well. All these hives I put in like B tier too. But there is one hive that I'd say is like A to S tier, which is gonna be the icy crown hive. It's not on this list. It looks like this cyan hive, but it's not. I'll just put it here in A tier. Uh, it's a really good hive. It's here. Let me show you guys. I'm just gonna go to the website real quick. So look what I'm talking about is hive skins. You go here, icy crown hive. See, it's the man is 5, and that spike in values is crazy. Like it's a really nice hive. A lot of people like this, and that's why I recommend investing into that. And then I'm gonna say where star signs. So star signs in general, obviously S tier. So just pretend all the star signs here. All the star signs here, they're all S tier. All of them are good. That's the base value of how everything is valued at. And they're always gonna have 5 demand. They're always gonna have demand. Everyone wants them. So star signs, just make sure don't trade them away for something bad. Like they're really good. They're good to have, right? And then next time I would say this black star. This was good. it was really good like maybe a couple weeks ago, but now I'd say it's dropped down to like B tier. No, not even C tier, just because you can buy it in the B Bear catalog now. But it was really good back then. It was really good. Like that's how I made a lot of profit. And then I'm gonna say stamps. So see these stamps right here. I'm just gonna just pretend all the stamps are here. I'm gonna put them in C tier as well, just because they're not that good anymore. Nobody really needs them. Nobody really wants them. And then I'm gonna move on to here, Science Star. That's C tier as well. It used to be good, but now it's in the B Bear catalog. So it's just like the price drops crazy and the demand drops like insane, right? And then let me see here. I'm gonna move on to Nessie. Oh, Nessie. So this is like an A tier, and the reason I say this is because you need it for I think the BBM quest, and it has a lot of value. Let me search it up here. Ness. Yeah, see, it's just been rising in value. It went to 15 to 18, and it is a really rare sticker. He has 5 demand. It's like really neat. A lot of people are on that BBM quest now, so yeah, I recommend that one. Is really pretty good. You see these tools. I know a lot of people be having these tools. They're not bad. I would say. Where's Tide Popper? Here we go. Right here, these 3 tools, right? They're like C tier as well. They're not bad, but they're not the best. But they're alright to have. And I'd say, let me think here. Azure Flame. That's gonna be. I'll put that in. I'll put it in C tier. It's needed for one of the quests, which is why it has demand right now. So I'm saying guys like everything in C tier also is not bad. It's good. I'm just saying it's not as good as these other stuff you could have. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then we're gonna move on to let me think. Let me think here. Oh, so these Florons. You see these Florons right here? Diamond Floron or like this other Floron. All the Florons, right? Basically, all these Florons are like C tier as well. They're not bad. People do trade for them. They're just not needed for anything. So yeah. Festive Bee sticker, also something you can buy the color. This is like C tier. It has decent value, but it's not worth the snowflakes. It's like worth like a star sign or something like that. Um, and then the rest of these. Oh wait, sorry, Shining Star right here. Shining Star is also C tier. It fell off like crazy. Um, all the stars basically fell off, but the rest of like these random stickers here don't really mean anything. Like they're just like okay, they're like okay now. They're all gonna be like D tier. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, royal symbol. Oh yeah, royal symbol C tier. Sorry. And then yeah, no, everything also is not gonna be that great. And then let me rank the Cubs. New Cub, that's an A tier. The A tier, I'll show you guys here. New Cub, it's risen in value. See that it was at 17, now it's all the way at 20. It's the man has flatlined just because of the continuous rise, but it's still something good to have. It's better than the doodle and gingerbread, and especially Bronco. Do not ever get Bronco. That thing sucks. Unless you get it for like five, like literally 0 star signs. Like I get it. Peppermint Cub is also going to be A tier as well. This is a limited. All these B Cub skins are limited. Sorry. This one's just good to have. Let's just take a look at the stats here. It's also risen in value. That's why its demand is flatline. But 4 out of 5 demand is also good. Good sign. And the continuous rise of these Cubs are good sign always. And then we're gonna go to Robo Cub. I am gonna put Robo Cub in B tier. I know it's risen in value, but personally, my experience with RoboCup is bad. I've seen it on the Discord. Not many people really want it. I don't know why it says 4 out of 5. This should be like 3 out of 5. And I don't know why it's risen in value. It's not really that great. Um, this Snow Cub is also going to be A tier. Same thing as always, as the other ones, as I said, as well as Star Cub. I will put it in A tier just because it has also risen in value. Not an insane rise, but it's not that hard to trade it off. It's definitely better than these other 3 Cubs right here. Actually, no, this is a B tier Cub. It's a B tier Cub. It's not that crazy actually. Stick Cub, I am gonna put an A tier. You know, it is. Look at that continuous rise. It has had that little drop, but I'd say it's stabilized at 10 star signs, and it will rise in the future probably. And then we're gonna go with oh, stick dim. Sorry, this is also needed for the quest. I am gonna put it in C tier just because of the most people have completed the quest. It's not really needed as much anymore as well. It's still good to have though. And then I'm gonna do these two vouchers. Honestly, do not invest in these. I mean, I am gonna put these in D tier. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, why are you putting these in D tier? These are just not many people want these, you know. And Cub Buddy and Bear B voucher are significantly better to have. You could get a BBV for like Cub Buddy voucher and one of these convert speed voucher or 2x honey. Like it's just not good. They're just not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get them. I don't think I see offline voucher anywhere. Yeah. So there's no. I don't think I see offline. But look, here I'm gonna show you guys offline voucher. This is top tier, top tier. So it released recently. Obviously, it released December, somewhere in December. But it has risen crazily, and it's steep down here. But dude, this is like the best voucher to get right now. It is so useful. That's why it has 5 demand right here, and it's risen so quick in value. And honestly, it gets more than 8 signs, but I think people are it is declining just because 8 sign is getting like a bit pricey for people. You know, people are just don't want it as much. Like it's still 5 demand. Don't get me wrong, but the 8 sign value is probably where it's going to stabilize around there, 8 to 10 star signs, just because like people aren't willing to pay that much for a voucher. You know, like you could get literally like a Cub skin, and people like Cub skins better. But yeah, and then oh yeah, wavy. No, this is C tier. It honestly really doesn't have any demand. This isn't that good. And then I think that's gonna be it. Everything else here, I'm gonna put it in D tier just because of the. I know you guys being mad, but like you know, they're just not as relevant. I'm only putting like stuff you need for like quests, which I tell people to, like actually get because there is going to be demand for that, and these other ones are just a lot harder to trade off. You know, they're more seen as like junk to other people. All right, please subscribe, bro. It took me a long time to make this video, and yeah.